Hello, skateboarders. Welcome to TSM Live Show, Season 5, Episode 9. I'm your host, Tommie Zam. This episode guest is Adam Simoni, Lucas Beaufort, musical guest, Tarshawn, Rhuele. You guys ready to get this show started? Let's do this.
Ranting about bones or whatever. Do I look crusty? I need to know, bro. I don't have nothing on my face. But like, I feel like I have lightweight because my first board was what had Swiss in it. My name is Tislam Smith. Been skating bones bearings for about 20 years now. Recently, I've been skating the Swiss. My first pair was reds. As you can hear, pretty smooth. Help you get speed to your tricks. I like to push really fast for tricks. I like to skate, bump to bars, anything like with a kicker to it. And these really help me get to where I need to go, man. Whether it's the laundromat or it's a nose grind pop out. Whatever you need, these bearings are gonna get you to speed. So I recommend you get some bone Swiss. And thank you for your time. Seen a few claws capped in the silhouette. We break a few laws and get off like George Zimmerman. Chop up the venison, headlight for the triggerman. Bust red pipes, the sight of God is entering. I need 2 mics. The thought of y'all is sickening. I see through heights, her jaws and worth the Instagram.
To have a few skills. Shit, I know model citizens that ain't squeaky clean. What's the deal, man? What's the real plan? Counting up this money, we ain't never seen.
So we got a special guest coming on. It's Prince Park's guardian, Fritz.
Prince. Fisto. Fisto. What up, G?
What's up, homie? How you doing, man?
Chilling.
Good. Cheers.
Yes, sir. Hey, the Belching Beaver, good beer, bro. You guys are crushing it. Out the park. I need a sponsorship.
Definitely, man. So tell us a little about you, man.
Well, I've been here for 9 years because I'm a loser, and I just come here to stay out of prison. No, it's like, no, for real though, this is like my mental health facility, my church, and my community, you know? Like, we started it. Fools used to come here and steal wallets off the bench, and then, you know, like, I used to step back and just watch it all happen because I had my kids here. My 3 kids are all grown up. So I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, fools are just jacking wallets off the bench, and fools would, like, cry about it and shit. So finally one day I was like, you know what, fuck this, dog. Fools are gonna steal wallets off the bench, we're gonna baptize them on the bike trail. So then we just started pulling fools down the bike trail, baptizing them, and then all of a sudden, like, fools didn't come here to do fuck shit, you know, we come here to skate, that's it. And I just take care of this place because it's for, it's in memory of my good homie, Michael Prince, and then RJ too.
Okay, and tell us what happened with those.
Michael Prince, he died unfortunately young, he's a young dude, he died at 26 years old, and yeah, it was an unfortunate situation, but he's the best skater in Oceanside, one of the best. He rode for Crimson. Okay. And he was just just a solid ass kid, bro. He's just a good dude. He did wear his sister's tights all the time because he had some mandexes on. He was in that like butt rock stage. But he was half white, half black, so he had like the afro hair. But he would straighten it, he would perm it. But it was, he was a good dude, bro. And he got in the band Purple Church, and he got in a little bit of drugs, and shit happened. But and then RJ, he unfortunately committed suicide 3 years ago, and yeah, that was a rough one. But he was part of those youngsters that I used to film when I was younger, you know. Yeah. But they were always younger than me, so I always like looked out for those kids and tried to like put them on game, like stay on skateboarding, bro. You're killing it. Yeah. Like you're the only fool doing this. Yeah. And you're out here fucking trying to party all the time. Stop. Like, you know what I mean? Like. Yeah. Same shit I do now. It's just a rerun. I used to run the wood park down in Oceanside. Oh, really? Pier, yeah, back in the day.
Oh, sick.
So we used to be tweakers out there smoking tweak pipes under the park's little half pipes and shit. But it's the same thing that happens here. It's the same shit, dude. Like, fools go to the skate park thinking that it's a party spot and you're gonna go do drugs and do dumb shit. But no, that's not what it's here for. It's for these little youngsters to stay out of the hood.
And then you tell us about this right here.
This is so we have these boards, and every the weekend before Christmas every year, we give out 100 boards right here. It's called Princemas. It's in loving memory of my homie Michael Prince. But we do like a little event, and it's called Princemas Eve. And it's the weekend before Christmas. Every year we have an event. We have contests, cash prize, and then we give out 100 boards to like the low income, unfortunate kids that live right here in Fireside or right in the low income housing right across the way. And you guys can see, dog, this is a Fetty Wap flap. Like in that riverbed, it's a third world country. And it's hilarious that sometimes that neighborhood right there calls the cops on us when we have lights up right here and we're playing music and we're filming skating. And little do they know, in between us and them It's a third world country where there's bodies laying, dog. It's crazy, dog. Fools have pistols, everything.
Damn.
Yeah, they came into the park with pistols drawn, stole bikes before. Like, it's crazy.
Damn. So you basically make sure this park is clean, cleared. I mean,
I'm a deacon that don't get paid.
Exactly.
I don't get none of the tips that the money tray that gets passed around the church. I don't get no squeeze out.
Nothing at all.
No squeeze out.
And then you said too they're building something big here to help out the park
yeah,
and
so
stuff.
there's gonna be a 700 suite hotel right here with apartments, and then there's gonna be a wave pool, which is fucking ridiculous because the beach is right there.
Exactly.
Go surf in the beach, you mouth breathers. The mid valley's for gangbanging, dog. You guys don't need to be doing that shit right here. No, just playing. But for real, they're gonna have that, so they're gonna tack on the water. So it was like a 9-year fight to get the name change of the park to Prince Park for my homie Michael Prince, and 9 years or 7 years they ignored me. Like, they wouldn't even answer anything I asked them, like in emails, whatever. Then finally, like, we got some people like in the black community to step up and say, like, you know, there's a lot of low-income kids that come right here.
Yeah.
So then the city didn't want that black eye of, you know, ignoring the low-income kids. So instead of the kids crossing the fucking freeway to go get a fucking water bottle at the Circle K right there, where all the fentanyl junkies are, dog. So first of all, you gotta hurdle the fentanyl junkies.
Yeah.
Get there and not buy a Polar Pop for 88 cents and buy a water bottle for $3. No kids buying a water bottle, dog.
No.
They're coming back with slushies, shit like that. Diabetes. They're getting insulin shots in 20 years. Yeah, so now we got a water fountain coming and a new bathroom with a flushable toilet.
Sick.
And that's being put in. So we're gonna piggyback the water off the tourists right here.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
It's
so
good.
we're doing.
Smart thing
As long
to
as
do.
they don't drop their kids off with a scooter right here in the middle of the stage road.
You
Don't
know they
drop
will.
your kids
You know
off
they will.
with a scooter right here, dog. You get ran over.
Well, cool. And then when's this event going?
This is gonna be it's every week, the first weekend before Christmas. Every
Okay.
year, every Saturday.
And then if people want to be part of it, how do they be
Hey,
part
you
of
guys
it?
can donate. We give out shoes, skateboards, backpacks, whatever the fuck you can donate. It's all for the underprivileged kids that live in this neighborhood right here that's really going through a hard time. It's a fentanyl neighborhood.
And where can they contact to get
you
part of it?
contact me, PrincePark_ on Instagram. Email me, PrincePark32.
There you go.
Yes.
All right,
Love
G.
you, dog.
Thank you so much.
appreciate you.
Hey, but stick around, man, because we got Adam Simoni coming on.
I ain't sleeping on none of this.
Hell yeah.
Bell TV, fuck you guys.
All the leaves are brown and the skies are gray. I went for a walk yesterday on a winter's day. I've been safe and warm if I were in LA. California dreaming of
What's up, Adam? How you doing, dude?
What's up? How you doing?
Good. How was your trip up?
Good, man. Smooth sailing. No complaints.
And you came from Bakerfield, correct?
Oh, up in Victorville in High
Victorville?
Desert. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And hey, by the way, congratulations on being pro, man.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah,
Appreciate it.
dude.
Thank you.
And you dropped a video part too for being pro, right?
Yeah, I just dropped a video part for our new thing, Portal, and yeah, I'm fucking stoked, man. It's the dream. It's finally happened. You know?
Let's fucking check this shit out. You ready?
Yeah.
There you go. Adam's video part. Let's check it right here.
Boy, baby, let come see Bobby.
I had to, yeah. I go other places. Yes. I travel with time. I'm sorry.
Dude, that was fucking sick, dude.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
That was such a good part, man. So how long did that take you to film that? Like a month, couple months, what? A year?
I'd say about a year and a half. I mean, it's kind of spread out, but the majority of it was done in about a year.
Because you drop a lot of video parts, and I noticed that, man. Like, that's great, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's just what I love to do, you know, so I don't know. It's really just my only release, so I love skating. What can I say?
Oh, I know, man. But your video part's amazing, and this is your board right here, right?
Yep.
Dude, that's a dope graphic, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's based off an old novel by Aldous Huxley called Brave New World. It's the cover of the book. It's an old video an idea we used for one of our skate videos, and just wanted to recycle it, reuse it, because I really like the concept of it. It has a lot of if you read the book and you can actually, I don't know, it's hard to understand at certain points, but it has a lot of parallels just with the way the world is today. So I felt it fitting, and especially with the brand Portal, it just fits.
Oh no, definitely sick, dude. And then like, so how's it feel being pro? I mean, this must have been a long road for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a mix of emotions. Of course, it feels great. It's great, and it's been a long time. Yeah, I've been really going at it probably since I was about 14, and you know, I'd get momentum going with certain companies, and you know, just shit happens. You can't really like control the way things are gonna go, but it's like you'd build momentum up and you'd get close, and then you know, something would happen. It was a series of those events up until recently, till we came up with, I mean, my buddy Will, been skating with him since probably 15 years now.
15 years, damn.
Yeah, I mean, he's had this idea for a long time, and it's finally come to fruition, and I'm just proud to be a part of it. He approached me, wanted me to be pro for his company, and I couldn't be more honored. I'm just thankful, I'm grateful. It's a long time, a lot of effort, a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be too dramatic. Everybody knows you know how it goes, really. It's not easy, but it definitely feels great.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'd say that definitely helps.
And let's go back a little bit. So when you first got your board, I mean, you were like what, 14 you said, or was it younger than that?
Well, first board I got, I was about 12. I got it from my older cousin. Typical story, hand me down.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But yeah, from there I was hooked instantly. Classic story of the kid, getting the thing that he was looking for his whole life. Didn't really fit into sports. Tried it.
What kind of sports did you try?
I mean, I love to play basketball, but I was never really good at it. So I guess that kind of helped with the footing with skateboarding. But yeah, once I discovered skateboarding, that's it. Everything else to the side.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of just obsession.
Yeah, and so you mostly grew up in Victorville, correct?
Yes, I moved around just a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, I lived in Bakersfield for a year with my dad, but if anything, I would, yeah. Most of my time, I earned my stripes in the high desert, yeah, definitely.
Dude, and that's hot as shit out there too, man. So how you guys skate in that desert, man? Like, it gets out to like 120 sometimes, or what?
I mean, it can get that hot, yeah. No, it's definitely a challenge. It's just like anything, any extreme. If you're in the cold, you got to layer up. But yeah, when you're in the heat, it's kind of hard. You can't take off your skin. You can only take off so much clothes. You just got to be strategic about it. When you're younger, you don't think about it. You're just go until you can't.
Yeah.
But as time goes on, yeah, you definitely have to be strategic about it. You know, be prepared, ice packs. Just be prepared, man. You know, like know your limits.
Yeah. That's rad.
Definitely
dude.
Challenging.
I mean, that definitely is challenging. I mean, I don't know if I can handle skating in 102. I mean, I grew up in Florida, so I mean, I can't really say anything. That's just way different type of weather. But I mean, down here is dry heat, so that's like hot as shit. Dude.
You nailed it. The dry heat. I can't do when I get in humidity, it's like fish out of water. Literally.
You're like this.
Yeah. I'm like, I know what heat is, but yeah, the moisture,
that was the worst.
Completely different, man.
And so, like, what was it like skating, growing up skating in Victorville? What was it like?
Very, sparse, I would say, very limited. There was one skate park when I started. I wouldn't even really call it a skate park. It was just lumps of concrete. The scene was not very big, not many people that did it, but the people that did it were very close, would band together. We had like your classic DIY spot where everybody slaps together some nails, and we called it Luna's.
Okay.
It was this old like restaurant place. Closest thing we had to a skate park, but no, it was fun, man. I made my friends there. We all have this common bond of just like coming from a shitty place, kind of just make the best of it together, do what you can with it, you know?
And did y'all have like a skate shop that supported you guys out there and stuff?
Yeah, we have, with Pharmacy Skate Shop is out there. That was like everybody's start, you know? That was like where I first saw my first demo. Like,
Who was it?
It was a comedy, I don't want to say, it was like Birdhouse / Toy Machine.
Okay.
I don't know. It was a really weird mix of, I don't even know if it was really like those companies, but.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a weird mix of people, right?
Yeah, it was your first exposure to, real pros and all that as a young kid, so they definitely did a good job of that when we were young, of helping the kids out, showing what's possible with it.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. And that's awesome to have like a skate shop like that to support and help build your skate scene and skate community and stuff like that and everything. So they did a lot of skate events and stuff like that. Oh, they did demos, but did they do like other things like contests and stuff like that, or what?
Here and there, like, they did what they could. Like, it definitely, when we were younger, things were different. Like, I don't want to, no bad talk or nothing. It's just, they grew, like, over time, they grew into multiple shops, so. But the time that they did have for us and the things that they did help my generation, dude, we have to be forever grateful for that, because other than that, we had nothing.
Yeah.
Like, literally nothing, so.
And is there skate shops now in Victorville, new ones, or is just only nothing that really?
There's been a couple here and there that pop up that, that just fizzle out. Pharmacy's kind of the dominant one in the desert.
So they dominate everything. They're like,
which they've
boom.
done a good job at it.
They got the big billboard and everything, right?
Oh yeah. Donnie's he's done a great job building his business.
That's sick, dude. And then like, so that's how you got sponsors, through Pharmacy, or was it through like homies? You sent in like sponsor me videos, blah 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 blah.
I don't know how I forgot. I almost just forgot to mention we did have another skate shop. It was called Toss.
Okay.
The original skate shop.
Okay. The original skate shop.
This place was awesome, man. That's actually where I met Will. Skating around, we'd see each other, but like actually being in the skate shop, I remember seeing Will. A couple different friends that, typical story, your friends skate, they don't skate anymore, but yeah, that place was awesome. They helped us out. That was like my first sponsor, was with the shop, Toss. From there, I had a friend, his name was JB, who worked there, and he was the guy that he was older. Mm-hmm. He knew how to like direct getting sponsored, the whole, navigate that whole thing. So he definitely helped me out a lot with that.
Okay.
No disrespect to Pharmacy, but I was never sponsored by them. I always wanted to be.
That was your dream. That was like, if you got sponsored, you'd be like, hallelujah.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Like for sure, every kid in the desert wants to be sponsored by Pharmacy. It's like that. I'm sure you guys have a local shop that's like that.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them like that, right?
Right.
That's pretty cool. And then that's how you became, rode for different companies through them, and you just like people saw you skating. Did you do a lot of contests and stuff like that too, or what?
Here and there, I was always really shy, and because I started young. It's no excuse, but I wouldn't really say like I was the biggest contest guy, but Toss definitely opened up the opportunity for going to trade show, turning in your sponsor tapes, getting to meet people, expanding your horizon, showing you the ropes.
That's cool. That's cool to have a shop owner like that that teaches you like how to do things and what you need to do. So that way when you get older, you can be like, oh, or when you get sponsored or whatever, you can be like, this is what he taught me, and you come back and be like, yo, dude, here's a beer, here's the food, thank you for helping me out for my future.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty rad.
And I got the opportunity to, since then, thank him for that, because a lot of time and a lot of stuff has happened since then. But yeah, if it wasn't for JB, I wouldn't really. I had my friend Mike and my other friend Bryan, but if it wasn't for JB, I wouldn't know how to do any of that stuff.
That's sick,
in terms
dude.
of navigation throughout the industry, or learning how to get sponsored, any of that stuff.
Yeah,
it's all.
Definitely, and it's definitely good to have somebody like that.
Oh, yeah.
In your life, and so, like, what do you have planned coming out since you're now pro? Are you going to be like doing like pro contests? Like, what do you have planned for the future?
I mean, really, all we have for the future is just
Skate.
keep doing what we're doing. Like, just try to continue to influence skateboarding in a good way, any way we can. Just stay true to the things that we believe. Try to get our little project into a bigger scape.
Yeah.
Of course, do whatever we can. I'm always open to. I don't want to say I'm the biggest fan of contest skating, but I'll do whatever it takes to.
So we're going to see you
promote.
at Tampa Pro next year, right?
I mean, don't hold your breath. But if you want, no, I'm just kidding. I'd love to. I've actually never been.
You never been?
No.
Oh, it's so much fun, dude.
Yeah, it seems like
Tampa Pro is so fun, dude. It's like a 3-day party. It's a lot of fun, dude. It definitely is, and great skating too. So I mean, if you're into like pro contests like that, man, that's something good to help build the brand and you and get your name out there more, And might get intimidated because you might got these other dudes, big dudes coming in. You're like, oh shit, I'm skating against Ryan Steckler here, or somebody like that.
Yeah. No, it's definitely like. That's probably one of the biggest contests going still.
And it's a true skateboard contest too. You know what I mean? It's a legit contest. I mean, I know that before there they had the corporate stuff, but now they're more back to the grassroots and keeping
Stays
it like that.
true to definitely.
And I'm super hyped on that. So who, like, I forgot to ask you, who influenced you in skateboarding? Like, who like some of the pro skaters, am skaters, homies? Who influenced your skateboarding other than the shop owner JB and stuff? That was one of the questions I'd asked, but I got off of that one.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I want to like make sure I remember everybody. I don't want to not include anyone. No, for sure. My friend Nick Daniel, he was like the first kid I started skating with. He was the one with the balls. I was always the one, shaking in my boots behind him. He gave me my confidence. From there, we met our other friends, Mike White. He's known throughout the industry. He's a sponsored skateboarder. Our other friend, Boot Barn, his name is actually Bryan, but it's just a stupid nickname that we called him. That guy showed me, from everything, how to build ramps to like how to talk to people. It was almost like a father figure in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, all my friends, Will has been very, we've been side by side for over a decade doing this shit, so we know we go through the same thing. Like, it's just a mutual understanding of like, just trying to, continually motivate and push each other to be the best we can be. Jimmy Shingler, that was in between Nick and, I'm like mixing, I'm jumping around in the timeline, I'm sorry.
It's all good, brother.
Obviously, Brian Herman, he was like the one. He was like the guy in our town that showed us that it was possible, because he was already pro by the time I'm like barely getting into it. So
yeah,
he was a huge.
That's it, right there.
Never really up until recently just have like a personal relationship. I'll always be that kid of
yeah.
There's a fan inside of me, man. Like, I have respect for those people that like have influenced people on such a level that it's like you kind of have to. I almost don't even see myself as equal as them,
Yeah.
I'm sure you have.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Definitely do.
Yeah.
You're getting tired.
JB, Mike, Boot, Jimmy, Nick was my first guy who I first started skating with. Like he gave me my balls, really. From there it's like.
And the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, but that's like I don't want to start naming names, because I don't want to forget anybody, and I don't want anybody.
You don't want anybody to DM you, yo, dude, what's up, man?
Thanks for forgetting me. See how much I mean to you.
And then a couple more questions. I did notice that you're into artwork.
Yeah.
So tell us a little about that.
Well, that's something I've always done since I was a kid. I've like the drawing table, it's always something I've done. I want to say insecure, just like something I've always done on my side, besides skating, that I never really tried to put out to the public. Until recently, my friend, he just kind of was like, one day he's at my house and I'm showing him this stuff and he's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, go put this out. Like, it's doing no good just sitting in your house, you know, and like, so recently I just started a little page with, you know, I like to paint. It's nothing serious. Like
It's beautiful work, man. I like it a
you.
lot, man. I might have to have you paint something for me so I can put it up in my place, you know?
Oh, I'd love to, man. That means
your
a lot.
artwork's pretty awesome, dude.
Thank
Definitely
you.
like it a lot, man.
That really means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah. And then, so where can people, another question too, is where can people get your boards at? There's like skate shops, websites, Instagram, social media, what?
I mean, the main is clubdistribution.com. That's where the portal's at. I mean, Instagram, there's certain skate, I mean, it's popping, it's growing, like certain skate shops, like, if you really want to go straight to the store, it's clubdistribution.com.
Okay.
Portal Skateboards.
And then where can people follow you at?
I mean, I have right now it's just the little art Instagram, but I'm gonna actually start making the skateboarding part, you know, because, you know, it kind of comes with it. That's a part of it too.
Yeah.
Not to just be some dummy on there. But yeah, it's at Adam's Garage with
Okay.
2 E's at the end
Okay.
of Garage. That's the little art page. But from there, I'm gonna start building and actually like adding skateboarding to it.
Skateboard clips to it and
Yeah.
stuff. Sick.
For some reason, I had like this whole weird, like, I don't want to self-obsession with Instagram thing, but it's
Yeah.
like, dude, get over it. It's a business.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Now you're pro, so now you go like, shit, I gotta sell my boards.
Yeah, well, that, not only that, it's like, get over it. It's just a stupid ego thing.
Yeah.
It's probably, you know, why not try to benefit you and your friends?
Yeah. No, definitely. And then last question. So do you have anything you want to say to the next upcoming skater, new pro, new am, anything you want to say to the next, anything at all?
Yeah. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're not good enough. Don't ever think that you are just the same as every other human being. You are special in your own way. Just, I don't know, I want to sum this up good, man. Just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You're better than you probably think you are. Don't let people influence you in any negative way. You know, it's way easier said than done. Be yourself as much as you can, and be good. Be good to people.
Hell yeah. That's good. Fuck yeah. Coming up next is Tarshawn, Rhuele. You ready for this?
Fuck yeah, man.
Hell yeah, G.
These are my new shoes for Lakai and what they are about.
Space.
Inside space and outside space. Inner and outer.
People.
It is and it was and it was and it is.
Off.
I am of it and I am on it. Shoes, clothing, and accessories available at your local skate shop or on the internet. Also,
Wax. Lakai.
Hey, Tarshawn, how you doing
Hi,
today?
good. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
How was the trip down?
It wasn't too bad, you know, only 2 hours.
That's not too
Considering
bad.
it's California, it's not that bad.
And where'd you come from?
Well, I came from, actually, I rode down here from Victorville.
Oh, okay.
But I'm more just in the IE.
Oh, IE?
Yeah.
Okay. And so we're going to get right into it. So what got you into the music? Like, was it family? Was it like friends? Like you heard your mom's favorite song or something?
I have always loved music. I've always loved to sing and play along with things. I started learning instruments because my dad, he needed a bass player at church.
No way.
And he was like, you're really good at just picking up instruments and playing them, learn the bass. So I started playing the bass. And I was like, okay. And then I just started learning more and more, teaching myself to play more and more instruments. And then after, you know, I grew up and I could play what I wanted, I started writing music and all of that good stuff.
Dude, that's pretty rad that your dad was like, hey, you know what? I need a bass player. You're going to play.
Yeah, the first instrument I ever learned was the piano. And my dad was teaching himself how to play. And I just sat down and started playing one day in like 4th grade, and he was like, what the fuck? Then he bought my brother a drum set, and then I learned how to play the drums before he even did. And then that's when he was like, okay, I need a bass player. So he just bought me a bass and was like, here, learn this. Like 2 weeks later, I was already playing. I was like, oh my gosh.
Dude, that's so rad, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, were you nervous when he asked you that?
No, not really. I was just like, okay, of course this is happening. Yeah, it made sense to me. It wasn't nerve-wracking because I really wanted to play, and so I got to get another instrument.
That's
so
rad.
That was cool.
That's pretty rad. And then that's when you became more into, like you said, songwriting and stuff like that. So you did like a little bit of songwriting.
The songwriting came a lot later. So
Really? Okay.
I wasn't, because my dad was a pastor, he was super strict. And I
Oh,
wasn't.
so you're a pastor daughter.
Yeah, so I wasn't.
So that's a whole different story
that's
right
another
there.
World.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So I had no creative freedom unless I was writing like a church song or something.
Oh.
So, and then after that, I wasn't in an ideal environment to be writing and be creative. So it wasn't until maybe like 5 or 6 years ago that I started writing the things that I wanted to and really playing how I wanted to play, doing the things I wanted to.
So how did that take out? I mean, being a pastor daughter and your dad's a pastor, and he's probably like, oh, like you can't be doing this, can't be doing that, can't be doing that.
Yeah, I just, I was
Like
just like
music
bye.
wise. I'm talking about like music wise.
Oh yeah, so I just said bye. I just started doing what I wanted. I left.
And so is he cool now with what you do?
I just don't talk to him anymore.
You're like,
yeah, I'm like, I live my own life. It's okay.
Dude, that's rad. I mean, that's
Yeah.
rad that like what you do. I mean, that's, coming from the pastor life and where you were like music, Christian music,
Yeah.
and this and that, to what you're playing now.
Yeah.
So I mean, that must come up a lot.
It's just a whole different world now, but I feel more myself. I feel free, It's a lot better when you can just express yourself through all of your art forms without people standing over you trying to nitpick you. So it's a lot better. I love it.
And so when you did that, when you were like 18, when you first got out of the house, or did you do that during like secretly behind your dad's?
No, well, I was out on my own at 18, but I was trying to work, and art was not the top thing on my mind. It should have been.
Yeah.
I should have been pursuing it from a younger age, but it took time just because I wasn't in an ideal environment. I had a toxic relationship. They were like, where? Like, they didn't like when I would sing or when I would play anything. Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
I've been with red flags on that.
Oh,
dude.
yeah. But I was so young. That's why I was like 18 years old, like, oh, okay. And my dad already didn't let me be who I was, so I thought it was normal. I'm like, okay.
You're
But
like,
now,
oh, red flags, these are fine.
Yeah, now I'm like, excuse me, you don't like my music? I didn't like your reaction. Get out of here.
And then, so when did you start writing your music, actually?
I would say I started writing more like 5 years ago.
5 years ago, okay. And so that's when you got more back into it, more.
Yeah, I got more into it. I started playing. I picked up the ukulele, and I was like, I'm going to teach myself how to play this instrument. And then something about me playing it just triggered me to start writing.
So ukulele helped you write music.
I think so, yeah.
So is it pretty hard to learn?
No, I think it's one of the easiest instruments you can actually learn. I recommend everyone, if someone's like, I want to learn how to play the guitar, and they're like, but it's too hard, I'm just like, learn how to play the ukulele. You can play so many chords on there with just like one finger, two
And it's
fingers.
that one little one. You're
Yeah,
like,
it's little, it's only like this big.
dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best string instruments to learn how to play. It's easier.
And how do you? So you're writing your music. So where do you get your lyrics from? Do you get it from your past, or is it something like that's happened to you in your life, or what? How do you write your songs?
I would say that I will draw inspiration about things that are happening, but sometimes I will just think about a situation that kind of could arise from something, and I'll write a song about it.
Really?
But a lot of times it's stuff that I've experienced in my past. So all the songs that I have out right now that were from my album I put out last year,
By the way, that was a great album.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I actually produced it myself.
Hold on, you produced that?
I did majority of the instruments on there, not the guitar, and then not the drums on a couple songs. But aside from that, pretty much everything.
What?
I did the mastering,
What?
yeah, with the help of a friend of mine. And
Did you go to school for this stuff?
No, I was supposed to have help from a friend who was like, yeah, I'm gonna totally help you do all of this. I can do it, this and that. So I start recording. Our friendship just ends up falling off because they got into a relationship, and she didn't like.
Of course that happens.
She didn't like we were friends, and she broke up the band, man. Okay, so I thought I was gonna have all of this help.
Yeah.
And then I had no help. Well, I have a really good ear. I was like, you know what? I know how to learn things when I want to.
Yeah.
I could totally do this. And I had a friend that was familiar with the program that I was using, which is Logic, and he was like, you know, he's like, I'll help you, and we could do it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, we can. It took hours and blood, sweat, and tears, but I did it. And I felt really accomplished after, because I had been talking about putting an album out for so long, and I was sitting on these songs for years, and I just came to the point where I was like, I need to just get these out here. I'm tired of people asking me, where can I hear your music? And I'm like, nowhere. I have nothing for you. I'm sorry.
Just that was my fault on that one. There we go. Mike's fixed there.
Yeah.
That was my fault. But what I was saying is, yeah, I mean, you're like, hey, just go ahead and record my music, and you can hear my music all day, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm glad, so I finally did it. I got it out. I actually have a couple singles that I'm going to be putting out in the next couple of months. I'm pretty excited about it. I have a lot of writing I've been doing, so there is a new album coming next year, and singles on the way.
And are you trying to put albums out constantly, or what?
I'm going to be putting them out as consistently as the art comes to me.
Okay.
Because I can definitely feel the difference when I sit down and I'm like, you're writing a song today. And then when I sit down and I just start playing and it just fluidly comes out of me, I feel like it's a better representation of my art when I don't press it. So I want to get them out as often as they come to me.
Definitely. And then when you write your music, are you like in a comfort zone, or do you like have to be in a certain state of mind? Do you have to be quiet and like put candles around, incense and stuff like that, or
You
what?
know, I do like it a little more on the quiet side if I am gonna write. Like I could be in the distance and be like observing something, and then it's fine. I love to write in my car.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
So you sit in the car and you're just like boop, 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 boop.
My entire album was basically written in my car.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you have to like headphones on so you don't hear people talking and walking?
No, not even that. No, not even that. I just will sit in there. Usually what I'll do is I play around and I find like a chord progression that I like.
Okay.
And then I will record it, and then I'll have it playing so I can hear it, and then the lyrics will just kind of come to me as I hear the music.
Dude, that's pretty rad, dude.
And then I'll go in and I'm like, okay, this sounded good, and then that's when I do the real writing, like in between the lines.
Okay.
Kind of. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then you got a song that you're going to play for us. Tell us about this.
I do. I have a song I'm going to play today. It's called Boo Boo.
Okay.
I would say it's the first song that it wasn't the first song I wrote, but it was the first song that really broke me out of my shell to where I could start playing. It was written about a person that I actually don't even have around me anymore. But he was such a good driving force because he actually encouraged me.
That's awesome.
He was like, you can do it. You're so good. You should be writing. So I just ended up writing a song about it. It was good. And I didn't end up recording it until like a lot of years later, 5 years later. And I actually put out a music video to it in January, so you can find it on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I think it's almost everyone's favorite.
Yeah,
that one and maybe Pirate Man.
Pirate Man. I do like Pirate Man. I will say.
People, they're like, it's my cry song. When I'm sad, I listen to Pirate Man.
Well, I didn't listen to Pirate Man. I was like, whoa, this thing's dope, dude.
Thank you.
Well, you ready to jam out with us?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right.
Here we go. You could be my sun, moon, and stars, but I don't know. I love who you are. Ooh, I'd really like to get to know you better. Ooh. better. Why you have to do this? Why you gotta do that thing to me? I just can't help me, myself, and I. Let's just get some coffee, grab some chai. So you can do that thing to me. Ooh, 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 oh me. You could be the love of my life. Maybe I should think twice. Ooh, oh, I'd really like to get to know you better. Ooh, oh, every time I see you, there's just something in me that swears I've known you forever and ever. Ooh, oh, I'd really like to get to know you better. Oh, why you have to do this? Why you gotta do that thing to me? I just can't help me, myself, and I. Let's just get some coffee, grab some chai. So you can do that thing to me. Ooh, ooh, oh me. Why you have to do this? Why you gotta do that thing to me? I just can't help me, myself, and I. Let's just get some coffee, grab some chai. So you can do that thing to me. There we go. Chai tea, everybody.
Hell yeah, boo. That was a
Yeah,
good song,
thank
dude.
you.
That was such a beautiful
Thank
song,
you.
dude.
It's
And I
my favorite.
see the lyrics, what you're talking about and everything.
Yeah, I think essentially what happened with that song is I was just like, I know I'm always gonna be okay, and it might not be like the person that's, because I don't know, sometimes there are two good people for the world, but they're not the right people for each other.
Yeah, I know what you're
And
saying.
so that's kind of what it was, is no matter who the other counterpart is to me, that like it's all gonna be okay, kind of a
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I'm
No,
still gonna
no,
have
I-
love in my heart. I'm still gonna have everything I need.
I feel
Yeah.
that. I feel that. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely do. And then you also act too.
I do some acting as well.
So how's that working out?
I love it. It's actually super fun. I've done 2 full features now that they're not on Netflix or anything. They're being submitted to like movie contests and
Whoa-oh.
stuff. So
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, you don't get to see them like right away, which it kind of sucks because you're like, I want to see it, but they can't publish it because then there's a lot of contests they can't submit them to.
Okay.
So, and then I do a lot of shorts, which I super enjoy. I'm on a YouTube channel. We're actually going to be filming a full feature next year. It's a horror channel that I'm on.
Okay,
So
what's
we're-
it called?
It's called Final Girls.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, we're actually we're making our own horror movie
No way.
next year, and it's going to be coming out. We already have our trailer out. It's going to be really awesome. I'm super excited. That channel is so much fun. So we react to scary movies.
Oh, so it's like Scream or like
Yes.
Halloween.
We have a lot of the Halloweens and the Friday the 13th,
Teens.
and it's like 4 girls, and we just sit there, and we've never watched scary movies, and so we just basically scream for 2 hours and watch these scary movies. It's a lot of fun. We love it.
And people gonna watch it or what?
Yeah, and then they watch us watch the movie.
That's kind of cool.
They watch our reactions. Yeah.
Have you got a lot of hits on it, like from the trailer?
Oh yeah. Well, so the movie trailer is based on our actual YouTube channel.
Okay.
That one, I haven't checked the hits on that. I do know that one of our reactions that's on there just hit like 17K
Fuck
views
yeah,
or something.
dude.
Yeah, it's growing all the time.
That's
so
rad.
That's a really
So people,
cool
I have to watch that.
side
There's like, so you just scream Like you
No,
watch
no,
it?
we like just watch it and then whatever. I don't know. Me, I end up talking a lot because I have a lot to say about everything.
Oh, so you're like this, one of those people. Oh my God, I cannot believe she
Yeah,
fell
I'm
down
like,
the ground.
I'm like, what's wrong with you? Lock your doors. Why the fuck aren't you locking your doors? Like, so it's fun. It's fun. It's a really,
Cool.
what's my favorite part about it is how genuine all of our reactions are because we've never watched scary movies.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, we're all just like terrified and it's our first time watching it. So people who are horror fans, they love the nostalgia of that.
I have to check that out. And when's that dropping?
So that is the ongoing thing. We have our horror film channel that, we have one that drops like once a month or twice a month sometimes.
And it's called
Final Girls.
Final Girls?
Yeah, and then so the movie that's coming out is going to be Camp Final Girls.
Campfire Girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the trailer is out for that on our channel right
when
now.
I get home, I'm
So
going to
you
look it
can
up.
check
I'm
It's
going to
really
check that
cool.
out and be like, what? This is
Yeah,
hilarious.
actually, there's like a surprise appearance in there.
Uh-oh.
Will?
Will?
He's the killer in the suit, man.
No way.
He did the best job ever. It's so
Really?
good, yeah.
Hell yeah. And what got you into acting? Was it before music or after music? Or?
After music, and it was actually someone that someone asked me to be in their music video. And then we
Okay.
ended up kind of being friends and playing stuff, and there was a producer that was dropping off something to him because he does acting. And he just saw me and was like, who's that girl? He's like, she just looks like a star. I have to start. So then he was just started giving me things to audition for, and I just did. And then here I am.
You're like, hey.
Yeah, and then now I've gotten to work with a few other producers that are all
that's
putting
awesome.
out other things, and it's just growing and growing
So
all
are
the
you,
time.
are you looking forward to doing that big movie gig or what?
Oh yeah.
Is that anybody knocking on your door yet?
They're gonna be.
Once they see Final Girls.
Oh, yeah, once they see Camp Final Girls, yes, they will be.
And then other than that, so do you have anything else coming up? Like you just said, your new album's coming out.
I have that. I mean, we just dropped another episode of Final Girls.
Yeah.
That was last week. I constantly put out different content, little song clips, things like that. I have a podcast that I do that comes out every week. Yeah,
That's
I just
awesome.
started that up. It's called Little High Podcast.
Okay.
So you can check that out. I'm all over the place.
That's good. That's good,
I'm
man.
handing all the cookie jars.
And what's the platforms where everybody can find your music, your podcast, YouTube, everything?
The easiest way to do it is if you find me on Instagram, I have a link tree that has links to everything on there. But aside from that, everything's on YouTube. Every single thing's on YouTube under all the names. So it's Little High Podcast, it would be Final Girls, and then my actual channel is just under Tarshawn, Rhuele. That's how you find all of that. And as for my music, it's on all major platforms.
Okay,
You can
so
find it
Amazon Music,
anywhere,
everything.
yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Anywhere.
Well, cool. And then one last question. Do you have anything you want to say to any upcoming musicians, actress, or anything at all?
Honestly, art is beautiful. Just create your art. Fuck everybody else. and I'll just, I don't know, get on with your bad self. Don't ever let anyone stop you from what you want to be doing. Because someone out there is going to love it.
Exactly. Well, Tarshawn, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
you have
you
a
so
beautiful
much.
voice. I'm going to look forward to checking out Final Girl, Camp Girls,
Yes.
all that stuff. But hey, stick around because coming up next, we got Lucas Beaufort. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Hey, Lucas, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. I'm in Chicago right now. Just finished painting a mural, so now I'm jumping with you. You know, finally, it's been so long that we are like about to chat and talk about life, and now it's happening. So I'm stoked.
So you went from France to Chicago.
So I flew from Paris to New York first. So last week I was in New York, and now I'm in Chicago for 1 week. So I arrived like 2 days ago, painting at the W hotels, where I'm like, it's kind of like my, it's my family now. I've been painting for like 5 years now with them, and I painted around like 25 to 30 properties. So now I can go to any W around the world. I have my card, my access, and they say like, paint whatever you like, let's go.
So you got the VIP, right?
You know, at the very first time, I wasn't that VIP, you know, but you have to, you know, keep it up and keep digging, because the first time I did it for free, you know, it was like, oh, Lucas, we love what you do. Do you want to, we can like host you, have you food, whatever you want, you know? And then, you know, the more you work with the same people, the more you can like create some trust, you know? And yeah, now, yeah, I got my VIP access, but it took time. It took like, it took some time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's pretty rad. I mean, just to go into the, I mean, I've seen the, you know, your photos of like, of the hotel and everything. It looks beautiful.
There are around the world, you know. I think they have like around 90 properties, so I still have a long road to finish everything up. They build new hotels all the time, so I will always be like you know, lagging. But yeah, you know, to me the most important thing is to be able to connect and visit a new place, you know. Like I'm in Chicago right now, and to me the goal is not just to paint and stay at the hotel. I want to go around. Yesterday I was no, it was 2 days ago, I've seen the Chicago Cubs playing baseball.
right.
You know, it was my first baseball game ever. This Friday I'm going to see the Chicago Bulls playing. Yeah, you know, I love food, so I'm always like making my research. Where should I go eat something? Like last night I went to this Portuguese restaurant named Porto, Porto. Wow, if you're in Chicago, make sure to stop by to this restaurant. Is mind blowing. So yeah, you know, it's all about like, yeah, it's what you can see and create and get inspired by, you know. I always take, you know, notes. I'm always like capture images with my eyes and my brain. Phone is useful too, but I like to capture with my eyes and remember.
Yeah, I mean, I use my eyes like something, you know, I always call it doing, taking photos, you know, because you look at something and you go click, 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 click. When you close your eyes, you got that image stuck in your head, you know?
Exactly, you know, like, and then you can like switch it and, you know, tweak it. Because if you use the phone, then it won't change. But if you just like use your eyes and then you try to remember, you will obviously change things, you know. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, definitely. And so like, how'd you get hooked up with W? Did they like, you know, they reached out to you? Did you reach out to them or what?
No, basically it was in 2018. I was traveling. I was on my way to Australia, and yeah, I started to make some like researches. Where should I stop by on the way? And I was like, oh, Bangkok sounds like a good place to, yeah, to spend some time. So once I got there, somebody introduced me to some people that, and then I ended up being at a W hotel, and they said, like, what about this mural to paint? And it was like, okay, let's go. And like a week later, I got an email from the brand manager in Asia, and he said, do you want to make a tour across like Chinese hotels and all around like Bali, Kuala Lumpur? I was like, oh my goodness, this is my life. This is what I want to do. So yeah, it was like the first time I discovered the hotel. I didn't know shit about W Hotel. It was okay. It was like, okay, it's a new hotel, but I'm stoked to visit. And then I discovered the world, because before W, I never like had the chance or spent some time at hotels. You know, it was like mostly Airbnb, or sometimes you crash to somebody's place. I didn't know much about hotels, but now it's like when you get used to this, you want to stay at the, you know, the best hotel ever, because it's very inspiring, you know, for everything, for the design, for the food, for the view, because most of the time they have like the best view. So yeah.
And no more couch surfing for you, right?
No more what?
No more couch surfing for you, right?
Yeah. You know, I'm 41 today. Not today,
Well,
but
yeah.
I'm 41 years old. I think, you know, I have a long life to live still, but I experienced everything. You know, like I did sleep in the street with friends because we were like drunk and no money to stay somewhere, you know. And I'm not saying like, okay, I slept down the street. You know, it happened to everybody. You go party and then you just like find just a little street where you can just have the night. You don't give a shit. And then you're sleeping on somebody's couch. It was happening all the time, and it will happen again, you know, because what I love with life is meeting new people all the time. So sometimes I prefer to sleep to somebody's place, like couch, whatever, and have a epic conversation rather than like staying in the hotel by myself. So I think I experienced everything in my life. Like in French we say les vaches maigres, which means that low money, low opportunity, you know. And today it's getting better, but it took like 15 years, you know, 15 years to like I've been painting for 15 years, and yeah, I mean, I keep like saying to myself that I'm super lucky, I'm grateful because everything can stop tomorrow, but I do my best that it will never stop, you know, because I can't go back to a normal life. I can't go back to a life where I get to this office and I get paid by somebody every month. I can't do this because it's been too long that I'm having this life. So if you know, you never know. Life is a roller coaster. Sometimes you will have like bad time, but you learn a lot during bad times. You learn a lot about yourself, and you learn alone about like what you want to do, you know. So I will do my best to keep doing what I love, which is like traveling, meeting people, and painting.
That's rad, dude, and that's true. I mean, you're living your dream, and one of your dreams was painting skate park at Tampa. Tell us about that.
Oh man, what a nice transition, man. Skate park of Tampa, to be honest with you, it was a dream, and I say this all the time. You know, it wasn't the best deal in terms of money to paint there, but it was the most epic, most important project ever. So this means that money is a thing, but reaching your dream is another thing. And painting there, I could have done it for free. I could have paid for it, you know, because it means so much to me. I grew up watching like the 411 video with like the recap of the Tampa Pro, and I was like, as a kid, I was like, oh, one day I would go there and see it live. And this year I paint in the park, so you see the long road to get there, you know.
It was like
insane. Yes, crazy, because I've been to Tampa for Tampa Pro. I think it was in 2019 or 2019. So I told you my dream was at least to go there and see how it looks, how it is for 3 days. Crazy party, crazy time. I think Shane O'Neill won that time.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, oh wow. I saw like I don't remember which artist did the painting back then, but I was hoping one day it would be my turn. And yeah, I started to discuss with Paul Zitzer, Bryan Schaefer, shout out to those guys, and who run Skatepark of Tampa. And was like, guys, I'm ready anytime. I'm ready for you. And one day I received an email from Paul and said, like, are you ready? I'm like, more than ever, let's go. And yeah, so I'm going back in November for the Tampa Am.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna paint some more stuff. I want to change the vibe of the skate park. So they said, are you fucking crazy? You're supposed to paint once and it's running for both Tampa Pro, Tampa Am. And I'm like, dude, do you really want me to go there and just like see my park getting destroyed by 6 months of people skating it? Let me like improve it a little bit. They said, fuck you crazy. But if you want to do it, let's go. So I'm going back to do some like improvements.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be out there for Tampa Am this year, so I'll be definitely there.
Oh man, you'll be there?
Yeah, I'll definitely be there this time.
Let's go to the castle. You know the castle?
The castle.
Yeah,
what day you
Castle.
going?
Huh?
What day are you going to be out there?
I mean, when it was during Tampa Pro, I was like going out every night. So Bryan Schaeffer took me everywhere, Castle and his bar, everywhere. Like it's very wild. Florida is super wild, especially for party. But during Tampa Pro, wow, man, it's like you see things that you're not supposed to.
Yeah, Castle's a classic, man. What day are you flying out there?
It's gonna be November 5th. I think it's gonna start November 10th, but I need some time to paint, so probably November 5th and until the end, so November 14th. And then I'm flying to Miami for Art Basel, doing an art show there. So it's gonna be a busy month, November. I can't wait, Give me some walls. Give me some walls. I don't mind.
I know some walls for you.
Hey, let's go. I don't mind sleeping. People sometimes they're like, hey, slow down, chill out. I'm like, painting is a way for me to chill out.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be in front of my computer all day. So it's important to go out, explore, and paint.
Yeah, I'll be out there the Wednesday before Tampa Am. So that Wednesday before I'll be out there right before when Tampa Am starts. But we'll definitely link up and go to Castle, and I'll take you over to St. Pete so you can do a little painting on the wall. I know.
Oh man, sounds good because so much people told me about St. Pete, and I didn't have the time to go there. But it's a beautiful city, and yeah, shout out to people living in Florida with the crazy disaster that happened. A lot of my friends live around, like in Atlantic Beach, in Miami, Fort Myers, and I know like the Ian thing didn't hit everyone, but I want to. All my thoughts are for all those people that this crazy thing happened, and if I can do stuff. During Tampa or during the time in Art Basel to raise money for it, I'm so down. So if anyone is like listening, want to do stuff while I'm in Florida in November to raise money for the people that got like life destroyed, I'm here. I'm ready. So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk after this, and definitely let's get something going for that,
I really wanna. I think we need to help more and more. There's so many people in need, so we need more and more events, to really like bring people together, to give some shine, to give some smile on people's face. So it's important to be together those times, and yeah, I'm ready to help.
All right, we'll talk after this, and we'll think we'll put our heads together, do something special for Florida or something like that during Tampa Am. Maybe get Schaefer, talk to Zitzer, get them to do something with us to all work together and do something. That'd be rad.
Definitely.
And so, how did you come up with the design for Tampa Am and Tampa Pro, or actually for Tampa Pro? How'd you come up with that design?
So this is mainly my signature style. What you've seen at Skate Park of Tampa. This is Gus. Gus is my character that I created, and in 2018. But it took me 10 years to really like shape it. To be like, okay, this is how Gus looks like, and I'm happy with it. And then I started to draw like a bunch of Gus together and linking with each other. So the design that I did there, it's my signature. You will see it all the time, and it's important for me to keep it up with this and keep saying that. Why I do this, I just want to say to the world, let's be together, let's link up, stop being on your side. It should be like, the planet Earth should be one team. You know what I mean? If we think like this, we will solve a lot of problem, you know, because there is like this team, my team, this is my company, we should be more like one team, one goal, to be together, and all those lines represent like all my characters, which is the people around the world, you know, like we are all connected, we're living in the same planet, it's kind of like living in the same house. So let's grow together and make it, you know, the best place on earth. But we all know there's so much of like greedy, so much of like negative people that want to take the whole cake for themselves, and we should be more like yeah, let's share the cake, you know. So this design is about like, let's bring people together, let's stay connected, and let's be unity, you know. And so spreading love, it's if you it's in a certain extent, it's like spreading love. So people are always asking, what is it about? One word: love, man. That's it. Oh, why? And then I start explaining the connection, the idea of bringing people together. So I can't stop. Like, people sometimes they're like, oh, you're always doing the same shit, and I'm like, and I will always do the same shit. You know what I mean? So do you think that Mickey Mouse changed? It changed, but it's still like, you know what I mean? When you go to Disneyland, you always see Mickey Mouse, you know.
You'll see a fat Mickey and a skinny Mickey.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
Tall Mickey, short Mickey, but it's Mickey.
It's Mickey, you know. So Gus will always be Gus. It will evolve, because if you look at my art in 2018, it has changed, but it's a slow change, you know. I don't want to do like something and the next day something different and nobody can relate to it. It's like, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's Lucas Beaufort, and I don't get it. It's really different.
Yeah.
So you know, I think, you know, how many people know my art? You know, think about it. I want to. This is a message for the people that are following me forever, and it could be like, oh, Lucas, you always do the same shit. And I say one thing: how many people in the world know my art? How many people? Like 0.0000. You know what I mean? So today I'm in Chicago. How many people discover my art and didn't know about my art? So many. You know what I mean? So people, like, stop thinking about just your own world. Think about like how many people who doesn't know my art and will know later, you know? So it's really important to make sure I can do something that people can recognize. So the evolution is there, slowly but surely, but the message is clear. Together, man.
Yep. And you know, Gus is good. What you're saying is, because skateboarding, when you did Gus in Tampa Pro, because like what we talked about before, you know, Tampa Pro brings everybody together. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a contest that everybody's there, everybody's having a good time, everybody's partying, everybody's just having fun. And to me, that's what Gus means to me. To me, is part of skateboarding, because it represents us.
This is so true, man. What you're saying is so true about Tampa Pro or whatever. Let's say, if you've been there, you can see that every single skater that does is like how you say is 1 minute run. Everybody cheer up, like, yeah, fuck yeah, man, yeah, Aisha, that was amazing. And that's how skateboarding should be, you know, just a party time. And yeah, who cares who's the best, you know, during the weekend? It's just like we stoked to see good skateboarding, good friendship, good love. Yeah, at the end of the day, somebody's gonna win, but it's the whole thing that is cool during Tampa Pro, not just like the winning run or who's losing it, you know. It's just the whole thing. So it's exactly, I think Gus and the vibe there works together very well.
Yeah, definitely. That's when I saw you do that, that's why I was like, see, that goes perfectly with skateboarding and Gus, you know, that 100%.
Yeah, it's true.
And then, so, you know, being an artist for so long and seeing how running from cops, from doing artwork on walls or whatever, to what artists are doing now, where you have permission, like, for example, you can stay at our hotel, do a mural on our wall, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it must be a big shocker to coming from that era to this era, you know, like a big change.
Yeah, You know, I grew up without internet. You know, I grew up without any phone, any mobile phone, nothing. You know, how old are you, bro? How old are you?
47. 47.
47. So same generation. You know, like
Yeah.
the only way to call your friend is like just picking up the home phone, you know, and say,
Yep.
"Hey, there's David is here," you know. And so I grew up like this, and the only way to see, you know, when I used to skate a lot when I was like 16, 17, 18, you didn't call nobody, you just go to the spot and see who's there, you know. And then, you know, like today everything's so fast, and I love how it is, but at the same time it's like you can do the craziest shit today, tomorrow it's gone. And it's pretty much like how I think you know, especially on Instagram, like what do we see now? We see like people doing like the craziest shit, jumping over like uh a building and doing like triple flip and diving into a pool, and then the next post you see like a lion talking French with, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
only the crazy thing, and we are like around this. Like I'm an artist, you can see a sculpture artist, you can see a comedian, whatever, and we gravitate around this. It's just too much, you know. I think it's life, you know, like today, life today is like what's next. So you see the craziest trick, and then you forget about it. It's like, oh, I don't remember what I saw just 5 minutes ago. So I think it's amazing that we can like reach people in 1 sec through all the social media. But oh man, it's like it's a race now that we can slow. I don't know if we can slow it down. It's just like a race where everything's gone so fast. You know, I did. Let's talk about my book. You know, Heart. It took me a year and a half to do it, and it was like very intense for 2 months. You know, and then it's gone. You know, like it's just like nobody talks about it. You know, and I'm not like saying like I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that you can, like, what about skaters that takes like 2 years to make a video part, and then it goes on Thrasher, and you see it, you're like, wow, for 3 minutes, you're like, wow, and the next day it's gone forever, man. It's gone. You don't even go back and see what you saw. The guy, it took 2 years to make it happen. You know, that's the world we live now. I can paint the biggest mural ever. People, they're gonna be like, wow, for 10 hours. And then next, we want to see what's next, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Where are we going? Are we going, is it going to be faster? Am I supposed to paint 5 murals a day?
That'd be crazy.
I don't know. Like I understand now why skater they just post one trick on Instagram, you know, because the effect is the same, almost the same with a video part, you know, like you see somebody doing like a, I don't know, nollie hill on Wallenberg, you hide for 24 hours. Same hype that you get for somebody like making like releasing his part, but it took like him like I don't know 5 hours to do it, and the video part is different, you know. So I don't know. That's, we won't talk about music. How long does it take for somebody to make a full album? And then
that's years.
And then you wait for it, and it's Thursday night, midnight on Spotify. Yeah, you're listening for like the weekend. For the weekend, you're like, yeah, and then next week it's gone forever. You don't listen to it anymore because a new album is coming out.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's just the crazy world.
Oh, 100%.
What's your pick about it? What do you think? Is it too fast?
No, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, 100%. I mean, it is too fast. I mean, because, I mean, it's like what you said. Like, you'll see on Instagram, you'll see a trick. And then all of a sudden you flip another, then 2 seconds later, you'll see another trick on another rail. You know what I mean? Or, you know, like the same thing what you said, you know, when you do art, people always change art. Because the prime example, in Pensacola, where I was staying at for a minute, they had a graffiti bridge there. A bridge that has been there for years, and it's a graffiti bridge. And people have painted on it, and now the city allows people to do their artwork. So one day one morning I'll drive through the bridge, go heading to the beach, and somebody's painting something, and then on my way back from the bridge, somebody's painting over that one. You know what I mean? So it's the exact same thing what you're saying, because things change. Like a couple hours ago, I just saw somebody painting something, and then 2 hours later, I saw somebody else painting something over that. It's like it goes by so fast.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if I have a solution for this, because we created it. It's just capitalism, like we created this monster of like we need something else all the time, because our brain is working like this, That's why we are like so into our phone, all day. It's like, what do? We scroll all day long, and it's not just you or me, it's everyone, who doesn't scroll all day?
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. It's like, what's the percentage? Maybe 2% in this, like, let's say in Europe or in the US, that is just out of the world. I don't give a shit about it. The rest is like, and you get like you become crazy because all the information getting in your head.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it will switch, to different thing. Maybe it's gonna burn people's brain, and we're gonna be like go back to living in living in nature and with no internet, just like the people around you, and you create whatever with your hands. It would be fun, actually.
Yeah, actually, I would love to have that. But I mean, if you really think about it, we're kind of like the ants, like how we think and how we are. We're just like ants, because ants, they just work, and busy, eating, grab this and this and this. And if you look how we are, in a way, when we're always boom, 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 boom. We're just like our brains, not just like an ant, but we live like an ant lifestyle.
Yeah. It's crazy. I love it. At the same time, I love to live fast. I love to always like my brain, but is it going to kill me one day?
No,
I don't know. No, but when I say it, it's like you see so much stuff that you get like, I want more, like I see, I paint a big mural, the next day I want a bigger wall, and the next day I want a bigger wall. It's like man, you want always more.
You just need to paint a big church. Just find a church that allow you paint, and just paint the whole church.
Yes, man. You know what I need today? A fucking big studio where I can have like my own skate park. I can invite all the artists that I love. I can invite the people who want to skate the skate park. I want a hub. I want to create a place where artists are welcome, skaters are welcome. Maybe it will be like a hub with food as well, so I can invite like chefs to create some food, watch some movies,
drink some wine.
Yeah, drink some wine. That's my goal. I hope it will happen, but that's my goal. I'm looking for a space right now, to be honest with you. I need a big warehouse where everyone can come. Not a fucking place where only some people can come because you got, because it's hype or whatever. No. A place where you're gonna see life every day. You see people creating, not a fucking empty place with just the elite. No, people who want to share things. So yeah, I hope in 2 years we're gonna talk about. We're gonna jump on a call like this, and I will introduce you to warehouse.
Actually, I might be at your warehouse doing the interview with you at your warehouse in 2 years.
Yes, let's do that. Let's say in 2 years I will have it, and you'll be welcome to stay there and like to do the interview with other people, skaters, artists, and you be the guy to organize it. It will be fun.
I'm 100% down. And then before we take off, you mentioned a little bit about your book, Heart. Tell the audience a little bit more about it. I mean, I know it's awesome what you did. I stayed with Tim Vask because you sent him a book, and I stayed with him in Arizona, and I looked through his book and everything, and get an idea about it and stuff. And it's an amazing book, like going to different skate shops, hearing the stories about the skate shops and stuff like that. That's fucking amazing. So just briefly, just tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, man. Heart is a fucking book, a 420 pages book, celebrating 40 years of skate shops history. So when the idea came up during COVID, I was at home and I was like, I know so many skate shop owners that were struggling because they were closed, and I was like, oh, let's do something relevant that never been done and will stay forever. Let's make a book. So I started to reach out to all those people that I know, and I started to reach out some media because you could say, why this shop, not this shop? And I needed some help, you know. So I reached out some media to tell me like, oh, who should I interview in Germany, in Belgium, in Australia, whatever. So I got some help. And then I started to talk to everyone, you know, on the phone. To be honest with you, everything was done by phone and by email. So I didn't have to move. Everything was done from my place, and it was, man, you know, I did this project also because I'm a skate rat, and I love to know why, how, what's the philosophy of the shop, and how much they do for the culture. Because without skate shops, I'm talking about those skate shops, you know, who really love skateboarding. Skateboarding wouldn't be where it is because it's the foundation, you know. Without, if everything was online, it would be shit as fuck because you need to touch, you need to talk to people, you know. Every time you're buying a fucking t-shirt or shirt or whatever, you get it at home and it's never the right size because you need to try it. So let's go to skate shops, support your local skate shop, take your friends, make things happen, create some event, and you see everything's gonna be awesome, and you're gonna have the best community and the best scene. So I'm from the southeast of France. I grew up in Cannes. Shout out to Papa Toro, which is the skate shop there. I grew up with, and they're doing good shit. And I can't wait. A new fucking big skate park is happening in Cannes, my hometown.
Congratulations.
And it might be, yeah. And we've been fighting for 20 years to get one. So it's happening, which is good for everybody. It's good for the scene. It's good for Papa Toro, and shout out to him.
Cool. And we're going to see some clips of Lucas up there doing some tray flips off the hip, right?
Man, you know what? That's why I want to have my own skate park to kind of like relearn everything. I rolled my ankle badly, just like going down my stairs, just walking. And I rolled it really bad in 2020, and I'm still like, I'm getting better today, but it took like almost like 2 years to be able to skate again. So I'm able to skate again, but I didn't touch a board for 2 years. So I need to kind of like get the confidence, you know, like to, you know what it is when you stop skating and you roll your ankle, it takes time to, you know, to try to dare doing things, you know. So I'm hoping to be back at it. And yeah, tread flip, fakie, transition. That's a good way to roll your ankle. That's true.
Yep.
But I'm down for it.
Cool. And then where can people find your book at? Where can they get it at?
So I want to say, go to your local skate shop and see if they have it. A lot of people ordered it, so it might be there. And if not, lucasbeaufort.com, go on my website and see if I think there's a couple left, like I would say 20 books left that I have only available. You might find some on like your local skate shop. Check it out. And but yeah, it's almost gone. Almost. So make sure to grab one.
On it quick.
Tommie, it was a pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. And one more thing, what can you say to the upcoming artists? Anything you want to say to upcoming artists, skateboarders, or anything?
Yes, of course. I will always have something to say for the newcomer. Dude, if you're listening to this, live your dream. Never let somebody say that it's impossible. just work as much as you can, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Reach out, go outside. If you don't have fucking followers on Instagram, go outside on a big plaza, paint, and put your big name on it. There's always something to do, and it's not only online. You can go outside on the big where there's a lot of people. Do your best, and yeah, improve. Say you can do better every day. There's a room for everybody, so there's a room for you, for anyone.
Hell yeah, that's 100% true. And Lucas, thank you so much for coming on the show. You know, everything you're doing is amazing. You know, I've been a big follower of you since Cliche, on and on and on. I mean, you do amazing work, dude. And I want to say thank you for coming on the show.
Tommie, it's a pleasure. Thanks for everything. And same at you. You know, keep it up with everything. And hope to meet you in my studio one day.
And, oh, no, I'll see you in Tampa AM at the Castle.
Oh,
we'll be partying our asses off.
Yes, let's go.
Well,
See you,
this
brother.
This is a wrap for TSM Live Show, Season 5, Episode 9. I'm your host, Tommie Zam. I want to say thank you for our guests for coming on this show. And also, too, thank you for our sponsors of making this season happen. Tune in next month for Season 5, Episode 10, because that shit's going to be epic. But, Lucas, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
All right, boss. All right, see you soon. Peace.
Who would have known that I find love like this? When your lips met mine, it was the perfect kiss. Too soon to really tell, but I'm pretty sure you too will feel for me as well. Too many things just feel right, like how you make everything in your path bright. Got a smile that could light a whole room. Don't look at me, 'cause it makes my heart go boom. If it's not you, then it's someone like you. Oh, boo-boo, can't you see? You're the only one for me. If you dare to take this journey with me, then hold my hands and we'll run into the sea. Oh, 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 oh. Our spirits are connected, you see. Oh, I wonder if you'll ever get down on that knee. I waited for you my whole life. Obnoxious, sarcastic, and all. I'll be a perfect wife. I don't know about you, but you make my heart beat fast. It's scary not knowing if it will last. I'm so scared, but I have to jump in, hoping it'll be forever, and we will win. If it's not you, then it's someone like you. Oh, boo-boo, can't you see? You're the only one for me. If you dare to take this journey with me, then hold my hands and we'll run into the sea. Oh, 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 oh.
There we go. Some boo-boo for you guys.